Hello YouTube, Kingpin of Cinema back again to give you another video game review, but this time with my good buddy QB999, a man that needs no introduction, but I'm going to give you one anyways. So the game we're going to be talking about now
is kind of a series.
It's actually two games, but two of the best games out right now on the Xbox 360, Mass Effects 1 and 2.
Let me start off by saying, I just recently bought an Xbox, and my god, was that a fucking nightmare. I had to exchange the Xbox, I brought his Mass Effect, and the first thing that Xbox did, completely ruined it. And it was a brand new Xbox Elite. Thank you, Microsoft. We're going to do a retrospective on the two.
Yeah, eventually we're going to be doing our fanboy retrospective of the Xbox 360 and the PS3. But for right now,
I'll just stick with that and just tell you. But even with the nightmare that is Microsoft's Xbox 360, it was worth it for these games.
Definitely. The Mass Effect 1, we're gonna talk about this one first, is easily my all-time favorite RPG on the Xbox 360.
See, I have to disagree. I have to say, number 2 is my favorite.
Well, number 2 I'll put in the same spot. But really, I treat them all as one game. They're terrific. Absolutely amazing. From beginning to end, Mass Effect 1 and 2, just absolutely terrific.
Now, yesterday we watched Halo, the new Halo movie that they have out, and we realized something that basically the story is the same as Mass Effect to a certain degree, but
Mass Effect's just better.
It's more interesting. It's just better. It is. You just like it more.
Well, so let's kind of just go into it real quick. One of the things I just love about Mass Effect 1 and 2 is the cast of characters. Absolutely perfect.
There's every type of character you can imagine, so there's always going to be someone you'll pick instantly as your favorite character.
Yeah, you got, like, the renegades, you got, like, the loyal soldiers, the
straight arrows, you just got the people that just want to fight and kill.
Yeah, those ones we kind of like the most. Or at least him. You liked Rex. I like Rex too. The Krogans are awesome. That's just another thing. There's just so many alien races in these games. It's just absolutely terrific.
All of them are different and unique.
It's so in-depth. This whole galactic civilization and how, like, and I just love how humanity, for once, isn't like the ones that brought everything together, kind of, like in Star Trek, how it's because of humans and they put together the Federation and everything. No, we're kind of the new kids on the block, and all the races are kind of like, dude, we give you guys a little bit of something and you want more. It's never enough. I just think that's just terrific.
Yeah. Still, the story is just really involving and very well done. It kind of like Halo, like we said, it's about another alien race trying to come in and exterminate just everything.
Yeah, and
it's up to you to kind of bring everyone together to fight against this foe. But the difference is, not everyone believes you that this foe is real.
Yeah, and this foe, they're called the Reapers, are just like one of the coolest villains I have seen in a video game. These guys have wiped out entire galactic civilizations, and they've done it many times too.
It's almost every 50,000 years they do it. They wait for a civilization to
reach its peak,
its evolutionary peak, and then just come in and destroy them. The funny part is that every time they do it, they leave behind technology for the new people to find so they can advance their technology, so then the Reapers can come back and destroy them.
So that's pretty much the story of it, or some of it. Another thing that's really great about it is the combat. The combat in Mass Effect 2, they've really streamlined it, and it's a lot better. But even in the first one, I really liked it.
It's very easy to use, user-friendly. You know exactly what you're doing. You can either make it so that you completely control your fellow AI, or you can let them just go free.
Yeah, and one thing I kind of wanted to get into about Mass Effect 1...
More finger tapping, Bobby.
More finger tappings. You always gotta have more finger tapping. Is a lot of people, me talking about kind of like a lot of complaints going on with the first one. A lot of people complain about, well, there's too much micromanagement, and there was load times were atrocious. I never had problems with any of that. And for like hardcore RPG guys, you would probably like this game because if you're really into micromanagement, this is kind of the game for you.
There is a lot of micromanagement, but I don't think there's too much of it.
Yeah, it's not like overwhelming, say like Final Fantasy Tactics, but it can become a chore. But if you're like really into games where there's a lot of depth into managing your characters, then you're gonna like it. But for the people that didn't like it, number 2 fixes all of that.
Well, even in Mass Effect 1 and in 2, if you don't like the micromanagement, they do have an auto level up option where the game will just do it for you.
Yeah. Mass Effect 2 essentially gets rid of some of
the big major problems. Like the first one, I really enjoyed it, but for some reason I had problems with a lot of glitches, like leaving the galaxy map to be stopped, and so the game could autosave. Once I stopped doing that, I would be stuck in the railing of the ship and unable to move. Luckily, all I had to do was reload and I'd be fine, but there was just a lot of slowdown. There seemed to be a couple buggy glitches, but I have yet to see any of that in Mass Effect 2.
And I think that's mostly due to the fact that they put it on 2 discs. They kind of, this game was so big that they didn't want to have problems like that on cramming it all in 1 disc, so they kind of broke it up into 2 discs. Yeah, it kind of sucks that we have to, get to a point in the game and kind of break the action and have to put another disc in. But that's a small price to pay for perfection. And this is truly the perfect sequel. It does everything right.
Now, one of the few things about it I have to complain about is...
Yeah, if we had to levy a complaint to anything about this
game... The mining system.
The mineral system.
In the first game, they did it right in how you do it. You just go to a planet, say scan, it'll say, okay, you found this. But the problem was, you never knew what you were getting from it. It didn't really seem to go towards anything.
You kind of found artifacts by doing that. How you really got minerals and such, and salvage, is that you had the Mako tank sections, where you would land on the planet, drive around in this all-terrain vehicle, find mineral deposits, where salvage, and you basically do these little button mini-games, and you basically... What was the point of finding minerals in the first one? Well, it's just to get money. In this one, minerals actually serve a purpose.
They upgrade your ship, they upgrade your crew, they upgrade everything.
It's basically the currency that you use to upgrade everything.
But the way you get it is a little bit different now. You actually have to scan every little inch of every planet, which can take a while.
So essentially what happens is you get to a planet, and you get a cursor, and you scan up and down, and you have a seismograph. And when you find a mineral deposit, you send a probe and you get the minerals. Now, this doesn't sound long, but there's 100+ planets, and if you're doing that for every single one, you're going to be eating up hour after hour after hour after hour.
Not to mention you have to buy probes, too. At first, you can only carry 30, but eventually you can upgrade your ship to carry 60.
It's just replacing one form of busy work with another. Well, this video's getting kind of late, so maybe we'll do a second part where we can talk about anything else that we might have missed. So tune in for part 2.
End of part